Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. Hi. So, guys, well, today, of course, we're going to talk about our community, what's in it for you. But first of all, allow me just to dedicate some words to pay tribute to the Queen of England, to Queen Elizabeth II. And while people are joining, I will just quickly share. An extraordinary woman, outstanding monarch, our deepest respect to the Queen of England, and just a minute of silence, if to honor her, and out of respect. Okay, so back to the business that we have here. I would like this session of today to be a little bit more laid out, and of course we're going to talk about Tuxinity and about what we do here. Just a minute, Jonathan, have you raised your hand?
No, sorry, just keep on going.
Okay. So let's make it a little bit more laid out, hopefully with questions, answers, insights. But for today, I wanted to, always thinking of our new members, but also those of you who have been with us enough to understand Doxinity. The ultimate goal here is to explain to you the market, guys, to offer solutions, for teachers, for those who want to merely teach, for those who want to grow further and find students. So in an attempt to explain how all the elements link, the objective of today's session will be how to best use Uxinity for your own benefit. Yeah, let's go a little bit selfish. Allow me to do that today, although I know that some people here would disagree with me strongly because they advocate for quite the opposite, for sharing, for networking, which is absolutely what we do here. But I think that from time to time we have to go back to and analyze our own needs so that we understand where we stand, and how we can make the most of this relationship. So Oxinity as such is, that, a community of students, teachers and academies. Yeah, more and more schools are joining in an attempt of transitioning to a digital solution for their students. So academies until now were offering quite an analogical solution. Right now they're thinking that changing to an online channel is not enough, that we need more to it. Yeah. So partners are joining, such as academies all over Spain, which means that we have to where we stand and how to interact, all of us. I will start with analyzing needs here, because to get to cover your needs, we have to also take a look at what other people need, and then provide a solution for them and for us, or for you, I mean. So what is the main need of a student? Let's start with this. Yeah, what is the main need of a student? Who would like to summarize, explain in 2-3 words? Anyone? Out of your experience.
Yeah, Red Miller, it's Fiona. I would say a student very much needs to have a teacher that understands the level that they're at so that they can pitch classes appropriately. It's no good approaching a beginner with material that is way beyond them, because then you will completely demoralize them. So, you know, you definitely need to understand what level the student is at. And also, if you can find a way to really engage their interest, to find topics that will speak to them personally as well. So obviously at Oxinity, we've got a wide range of topics that we talk about, and we need to be able to, the student needs to have a teacher that will listen appropriately to find where are the areas of weakness in that student, so that you can focus in on those areas, give them great explanations so that they will understand how to correct their errors, and give them the confidence to move on. So the student needs to feel you know, a connection with the teacher, so not just the material, the level, and the teacher.
I love that you say, I love that what you say, because you stress the importance of the teacher. I also think that we have to, no matter how much we go digital, it's true, but digital solutions eventually have to always empower the teacher. I myself also can't conceive good learning, quality learning without you guys. So I absolutely agree with you. Now, many people have raised their hands, but in order of, let's go in order. So first Elam, then Blanca, then Bev, then Gergo. Over to you guys.
Hi guys, good morning. I just wanted to add something. One of the most important things that I as a student always expect from the class is to enjoy the class. You know, if the class is not interesting for me, then I think I'm going to quit. Maybe it seems a little bit harsh, but I think enjoying the class and also getting corrected is one of the expectations that we need to fulfill as a teacher.
Right.
That's all.
Okay, so in this regard, nothing to object, just a vision to share with you. I also think it has to be enjoyable, and but a vision to share that engagement eventually cannot be based on improvised solutions. So the vision of a student being asked yet again, so what do you do for a living, and what did you do over the weekend? Has nothing but, you know, it's not engaging, it's quite the opposite. So no matter, it's not on us to amuse the student, we have to find a proper tool that provides engagement with every class, with every minute, actually. So again, a digital solution will come into play and will help us. This is it, but I absolutely agree. So Blanca, what do you think?
I was going to say, if I had to choose two words, I would say a student needs progress to make their money worth it. If they're not progressing, then they're going to stop, obviously. Obviously, best teaching practices and being nice and being kind and all of those things and having the students engaged, all of that goes into that. But the goal is progress. They're paying to progress, right? And then I think flexibility also is super important, because if it's not feasible for them to make it to class, there goes consistency and there goes the progress as well.
Progress, absolutely. So yes, definitely students need to learn. They need to learn fast, and then they need to learn for good. So no just chronicle clients, no chronicle clients, no long-lasting solutions. Yeah, so progress, fast, and of course it has to be engaging, of course. Keyword here is being progress, in my opinion, of course. So Bev, over to you.
Hi, yeah, I think confidence as well, both in the teacher and the product. confidence came to my mind first. If a student's not confident in what you offer, then obviously they're not likely to move forward with you.
Perfect. What can you say about the product? Because this is crucial. Yeah, it's crucial. Let me focus your attention on what Bev just said. So one thing that people always fail to explain, people, when I say people, I mean English teachers in general, academies sometimes, in the majority of the cases, is how exactly you're going to make this promise come true. Yeah, because promises, there are thousands. The market is actually saturated with promises. So much so that, for instance, when you pitch and when you say, oh, I actually come with an educational solutions there, oh my God. You know, so there's so many out there, but how many of them do actually have product? Very, 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 very few, you know. So say a marketplace have a high concentration of offer of teachers. None of the marketplaces, I mean, cares about quality. They leave it on the teachers. So actually, what they have turned the teacher into the product, but no service for the teacher whatsoever. So product is of extreme importance. And again, a digital solution here can only empower you guys. I hope you are aware of the reach that technology has and how it impacts. So for those that are not quite acquainted with what we do here, you can rely on yourself, your charm, your expertise. You can offer that in the first place and then adapt the textbook. Okay, but now imagine that you have a textbook that you can literally get rid of all the pages, you know, all the pages that people already know, individualize that and offer to each one of your learners just the practices from this textbook that they need. You know, this is a product that we do. Okay, I'm not going to say no one else does, because probably someone out there in the world has had this idea. But right now, we're probably one of the few players that thinks of a product, thinks of a digital product that way. Okay, so, and let me just clarify that when I talk about digital solutions, I'm not now referring to online or in person, because people sometimes say, all right, you go digital, so you go online. No, online is just a channel. I can go digital. My solution is digital when I go in person as well. So when a teacher here goes to deliver an in-person class, this teacher also carries a digital solution, which means technology that analyzes, first of all, that stores all inputs of the student, analyzes what they know, what they don't know, and offers to the teacher the solutions that they need. Okay, so this is the technological solution and the product that you have to be aware. And yeah, you can choose. You can go, all right, I'm going to offer, you know, all the personal traits that I have, or I can also mention how I'm going to reach the goals. Gergo, over to you.
Hello, good morning, everyone. So the two words that came to my mind were very similar to Blanca's. It was quality and flexibility. And within flexibility, I think we also, well, it's one thing that we are flexible with time, but we also need to be flexible with our materials and with our attitude as well, right? If something does not work out, then we have to find another way to make it work. So this is something additional, perhaps.
A very good point. Very good point, Gergo. Thank you. Actually, guys, I wanted to ask you, because when we have these testimonials and all these solutions, if you can switch your camera on, it would be amazing, because I'm too much seeing myself, you know, it's kind of lonely. So if especially when speaking, but not only when speaking, so Now, thank you, Georgina. I'm jealous. I'm very jealous, but life's unfair. It is what it is. Yeah, but fantastic. And Gergo, I guess in Hungary, right?
Yes,
Perfect.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, so good to see you guys. Yeah, thank you for that. It's great. It's great. So flexibility is definitely something that we have to also help you there, because yeah, you can be flexible, quickly adaptable, but again, technology should be able to help you, right? So you have to have a solution that, yeah, you have to eventually have the criteria of when to move forward. Fiona also mentioned it in the first place, you know, so do not provide complex explanations. You have to be able to grade your language to adapt quickly, but the system has to be able to adapt to you as well, you know, so understanding what you need and providing the quality material should be also objective of technology. This is what we do, right? Okay, so if we summarize all the inputs, I would say that definitely your students need an education with teachers to provide the warmth and the human touch, enjoyable, with strong evidences for progress, definitely, flexible, and with a good product behind it. Yeah, I think that summarizes what in your opinion, students needs, and I agree. So to that, I can only add they need it strongly and they need it fast. Yeah, so it's a fast-paced world, and our students need these solutions to be boom right after. So a strategy, for instance, a strategy with MyCharm plus a handout or a photocopy, a printable that I can download, that I can show to them, or an article with some small talk. It's a little bit obsolete, not a little bit, but it's from other centuries. Yeah, when printers were invented, that was a great resource for teachers. Yeah, I'm printing this article, I'm taking it to students. But now we have technology, now we have big data. So we use it that way. We use it to identify gaps, go straight to the pain of the student and sort it out with technology. Georgina, over to you.
Just something very, very simple that I say at times, that say technology has invaded our homes, has invaded our transportation systems, has invaded our communication systems, but on the other hand, within education, it's not there. So I always try to make my colleagues or clients or whatever think about that, to give that value that we have. So that's an argument that I see. And another thing I'd like to say, and we said this a long time ago, the word product. I have a feeling maybe the word product, we don't like it as teachers because of this sort of human touch, generosity thing, non-commercial aspect of teaching. But I think we should go beyond that, and that when I think about it, it's like, instead of using a projector or a book or a paper, I use big data. And those are two things that I always think about, or I say to my students, prospects, or colleagues, that kind of help me understand what we're doing.
Great. Amazing. Yeah, that's it. Definitely. So from this, let's now translate it to you. What do you guys need? Yeah, what do teachers need? We understood what students need. Now, I mean, without you, that neither of this will be possible. So now the teacher needs, because why am I asking this question? Just a simple reflection. One of the, probably you will tell me I need hours. From this point onwards, all of you by now know that if you want to go and get hours quickly, then marketplaces are there. I go there, I can get some hours. Now, marketplaces offer this service to you, but what happens? Yeah, so all this concentration of offer makes prices go down. We've explained that in the past as well. So in an attempt of helping someone, that someone is definitely not the teacher. Yeah, Gergo, do you want to share something?
Well, there was only one word again. It was stability, I think.
Stability.
Me as a teacher. I mean, like
As
not as a partner as well, but as a teacher, I need stability, a constant flow of hours, even if I don't have my students ready for that week or something. This is what I need, for example.
Okay. What are you? What would you give in return of stability? So as the counterpart, what would that be?
Well, quality and flexibility.
There, that's it. That's it. I mean, basically, in order for classes to work and everyone to be happy in this equation, because I started with students, academies, teachers. Teachers need stability, and the other two participant parties, they need quality there and flexibility. Yeah. So this is it. I mean, let's go for it. Yeah, quality understood as, okay, I'm going to, well, you mentioned it. We focused on the student. If we provide this, all that the student needs, we have quality. How do we measure quality? Because also some measuring is also good to know whether we're providing this quality or not. Well, we measure it with retention and referrals. We know that we have it with these two micro indicators. And not only what the feedback that students will give me, this is great, this is fantastic, but also these micro indicators are good for us to know where we stand. I can see, by the way, on LinkedIn, on social media, that some of you share the testimonials of students, the reviews that you receive. That's great. That's amazing. So it gives so much reassurance, yeah. But it has to give you also reassurance to know that because we have the product, because we identify and increase progress, that our retention is very good. Yeah, we've spoken about it. So what else do teachers need, in your opinion? Blanca, over to you.
Yeah, I think that well, and I keep thinking here of in the States, what's happening right now is that there's a huge teacher shortage all across the country, and it's because things just keep being added onto the teacher's plate and more responsibilities, and now you're a teacher, you're a therapist, you're an administrator, you have to do kind of everything. So I think quite simply things being taken off our plate so that we can focus on just giving quality lessons and being teachers.
Absolutely. So support and solutions so that you don't have to do all the things that you have to do if you go alone, and if nothing is ready for you to face good quality. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, that's it. I have the feeling that Gergo wanted to say something else and I kind of cut him, maybe. Gergo?
Yes. Well, as a teacher, again, I think we need ready-made material. I mean, and this is something. We need time. I mean, which we cannot create. So having a material ready for us is something that creates us time.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah, time is, I mean, days have the same hours. You can choose what to spend them in. Yeah, so if we take away all the burden of preparation, of course, you will have more time for other things. Definitely. Georgina, over to you.
No, it's similar. I would say materials, but Gergo went there, and maybe what Blanco was saying, a team. If you have a good team where everybody does their own part of the job together, then it's going to be much easier, not only for the teacher, but for everybody. So a good quality team.
What is the team necessary for, in your opinion? How do you feel that, how does a team help?
Okay, I'm going to say something strange. Combat loneliness, but apart from that, I don't know, people creating the material, you have a lot of support, like peer support. I don't know if we talk about the freelance lifestyle, of course, all that admin, paperwork. If we go online, all that IT support, whatever. I mean, we are freed from many, many, many tasks at Oxinity, and also a team where you can share what's going on with the students, with the class, with the learning, with the levels, with the grades, with the whatever. So it's always more fruitful and better if you can work with somebody else. Alone, I don't know. It's kind of difficult.
It's very difficult, and let me hear that reminds me of something that is very difficult for you, in our opinion at least, which is the negotiation process, right? Because the negotiation process, so what teachers are great at is explaining how they would do things and motivating the student and all these things. Yeah, so all the class related, the education related things, you guys are amazing at it. Now it's very difficult sometimes, especially with some students, to make them understand that you need to eat every day. So you need hours, that the hours that they commit to be honored. So this is kind of, in the mindset of the student right now. And because of marketplaces, they give them all the leverage, all of it. So students think, okay, so if it's not this teacher, it will be another one. No, it's not that, because you can't just decide, okay, so I feel like having a class, I'll pay you. I feel like canceling, or I have to cancel. Okay, let's think that they also have goodwill. I need to cancel, so fine. Yeah, but it's not fine because I eat every day. So I count on this, and if this class is not happening today or tomorrow or never, then I will see my wages reduced. So having a team, if you think just on, if you focus on this part only, can increase your wages up to 25%. Why? Because for us, it's not a problem whatsoever to explain why a monthly payment, why not counting hours here and there, why it's better. So that's why we would always advise, yes, guys, we know that people sell packages, but we also know what happens with packages, that they drag, they don't do them, and then you think, okay, I'm going to finish these 10 classes, and in 2 months and a half, and it drags forever. And then 6 months later, you're still having that student knocking on your door, but you've cashed and spent that money. So it's horrible. So the best really is, all right, hold on. You want classes, I'm here for you, I'm available, but we're going to go for a monthly payment. And yes, you can recuperate, but the monthly payment will be there. So that negotiation for us is easy. For you, it will be more complicated, because you will be, especially some people will try to use their leverage to tell you, yeah, but so I can find another teacher, and you will get scared probably, and in an attempt not to lose the student, then you will say yes to anything. So this is poor business. This is good for today, bad for tomorrow. Yeah. So these things, and I know how difficult it can be for you, we can sort them out. So this thing alone favors you and can increase your wages, but it does more. So when you need hours, you can go and get them here and there. But again, there is one thing. Just you have this as a product. You have your time as a product. You have your hours as a product. So once you run out of it, then what happens? Yeah. So when you rely only on your product and on your hours, you have to, no matter what, achieve the best deal for you, which is tricky, in the best time for you, which is tricky. So sometimes when you offer your classes, your hours, that will happen. You will find a direct match. So I'm free at 11 a.m. My student wants a class at 11 a.m. assume it's a match. I take the student, but sometimes it won't happen. So if you have a team behind and the service, then you can say, okay, I'll find my match at 11 o'clock. Maybe it's not that student. Maybe that student will choose another teacher, anyone, yeah? But if I need a class at 11 o'clock and I've got the student that goes with another teacher, I'm going to get the margin and I'm going to ask this community to give me an hour at 11 o'clock when I'm available. So this is another flexibility that offers stability, you know. So if we want that stability, we can achieve it with a team. Alone, it's very difficult, yeah. A team is definitely a great context to have that stability. So remember, guys, when you use a marketplace, because it can seem, okay, we also have it. Yeah, we also have it, but the rules are different because no matter who your student chooses to go with, if the lead is yours, if the prospect is yours, then the margin will be for you no matter what. The class, as for the class, if you want to take it and you're available, take it. If you don't want to take it and you just want an hour, another hour in whenever it suits you, then you can choose for that option. So you can offer your time, your hours personally, or you can offer the whole service. Both cases favor you, you know. So when we talk about, okay, so what Oxinity, how do I use it in my own benefit? I would say both things here are possible. You know, you're not competing with 8,000 other teachers. You're not competing in price. You're not competing in that we're not using that scheme of pay to win, pay to be on the first position. We use another one, content creation. Yeah, creating content favors everyone. It favors the student because it adds value to his learning. It favors the author because they can grow organically, and it favors the person that does the action of sharing as well because of the tracking code. So everyone eventually gets benefits out of it. So it is important to understand how this community operates, what the elements are, and it's important to understand that each one of them bring benefits to the person that does actions, yeah, to the teachers that provide great quality classes, to those partners that share and get students. You know, everyone gets the benefit of the corresponding part plus benefits for the rest, right? So do you guys have any questions regarding this or, well, this model or comments? All clear. Oops. Mercedes, we have a guest, Mercedes. Hello.
Hello. I just got the email to join last night, so I was a little bit late.
Oh, well, welcome to you.
I have a question. When you talk about content creation benefiting everyone, what do you mean by content creation?
So content creation is, I'm thinking of, I was thinking more of blogging, but since you asked the question and you're new to Oxinity, there are two possibilities. You can, let me just show you, but while I'm looking for it, I'm going to explain. So, okay, the first and foremost, let's start with, sorry guys, was anyone talking? No, okay. So you have ready to go material, ready to use, you know, all this material that we use in the classes. If you pay attention, if you take a look at the elements, you will see that right next to the title, there is an author. And turns out that the authors of these activities are among this community. So we're going to see many activities created by people that are here talking to you now. For instance, Bev has created Elam, Gergo, Fiona. I don't know, many people here have created material. Perfect. So Mark, of course, Mark Bransby, Mark Venning, activities creators. Now, what they do is not only they suggest a practice for your students to practice, I don't know, a given issue, or being it grammar, vocabulary, a topic, whatever, business case studies, whatever it is, but you also learn from them. So, okay, Oxinity allows you, or allows those who are passionate about content creation to take their experience, create an activity, and solve the student need, and also pass experience to other teachers. So this is one type of content creation, activities. The other type of content creation is, and now Oxinity gives you a voice towards the, not just to solve classroom, so to speak, classroom issues, problems, needs, but to explain what and to help people learn better. So for social media, for instance, solutions such as for low-level students, high-level students, learning with songs, improving your pronunciation, all these extra content, we created in the blog. So the Oxinity blog is actually something that is a perfect complement to classes that each one of you can use to share, yeah? But using it comes again with a benefit. So I'm going to quickly share my screen. Again, just a minute, and show you. Okay, so these are the blogs that you will find in our blog, and this was created by Jennifer, a blog of mine. I'm blogging for search optimization purposes especially, and to help our partners in academies to also gain visibility, and it works brilliant. So this blog post, for instance, is highly ranked at Google, but not only this one, yeah? So if you search for, I don't know, English for military services, we're going to see Patricia's blog post from this community, and that helps her tremendously. So you can share all this content, yeah? Lina has blogged, I guess, this is in Estonian, and Pam, and so on, yeah? So no matter which one you choose, as long as you see I have logged into Oxinity as myself. So this is my teacher profile. And right now, everything that I'm going to use here is personalized for me. So Oxinity, once in Oxinity, I can use it for my own benefit. Imagine that I want to share this blog post, and I said, cool, okay, I'm going to, I'm going to target some, because I have people interested in learning in Mexico. So I'm going to use this post. It was created by Jennifer, but I'm doing the action. So since I'm doing the action, I copy it. And if I paste it in social media, then this little number here is my tracking code. So when I share this, the outcome will be for me, yeah? And I'm telling my my prospects, hey guys, learn about Mexico in a fantastic, engaging way, and read me. Yeah, they're reading Jennifer, but now if I have now someone try a class, for instance, this student will be my lead. He will become my client. So content creation favors tremendously teachers. So now when we go to here, the teachers tab, then Jennifer will be on the first position. Here she is, right? So why being in the first position? Because if someone goes to the Oxinity, Jennifer herself can say, all right, so choose the teacher that you want, or English classes for everyone, find your suit, fine. Now, if she has done the action of promoting it, then they can choose her, of course. But if they don't want a female teacher and they want to learn some, I don't know, for instance, with a pure British accent, and Mark is the they're better suited, then they can approach Mark. But and Mark will be definitely gaining the class, the student, but the client is still Jennifer's, right? So this is what I mean. Creating content is fantastic. Creating content is, I cover students' needs and I also gain visibility. So we give you a voice, yeah, a voice to share your knowledge, to share the things that are of a concern to you, and you can see how different the blog posts are, yeah, and how many solutions you can provide to your students. Does that answer your question?
It does. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, you're welcome. What else, guys? Anything else you would like to know or you wonder about? Evelyn, how about you? Oh, Mark, go ahead.
I think I realised something I did wrong. I put a blog post up the other day, but I think I had the initial, I did it from some blank thing. And I think the new blog post is probably like way down because I think it had a date on it that was, I just had something that I'd opened accidentally because I didn't see it at the top because I put it up like this week. And it's probably like way down at the end, even though I put it up the other day. Because I think it had a date.
We will boost it. We will boost it. I'll find it. We will boost it.
Okay.
But just a couple of things to have in mind in this regard.
Yeah.
We learned the hard way as well, because this post here, for instance, this post, the best language schools in Sant Cugat,
yeah,
is ranked 1 on Google if you look for academies in Sant Cugat. But
pretty good.
Before that, it wouldn't go live, and we were getting crazy. Why is that happening? Why it wouldn't index? And it was because the image that I used was huge, so it was so large that it wouldn't index. So guys, have in mind when choosing images, there are tools which I'm going to share with you to compress the image and making it less than 200K. Less than this. The image cannot be huge, otherwise it's difficult. So that can be one.
Because this thing, it seemed to have gone, you know, I could read it and it looked as if it had been published, but I just don't see it in the list. But the thing is, hang on, let me just check something, that it was, I think it went up, the date, it was like some blank thing that the date was in, not the publishing date, but there's another date.
Yeah. So another thing to bear in mind, so
I'm gonna look as if it's like down at the bottom or something, because it's probably down at the bottom.
Okay, just I'll show you something.
There's another date that you can't edit.
Yeah, well,
maybe
when you create you guys can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in the editing mode. When I create a new register,
that's it, the creation date.
Yeah,
that's right.
Exactly. This
cannot be modified. Yeah. So I put the publication date, but I think they put them by creation date.
Exactly. They're ordered by creation date. So because you can create it today and then post it later. You decide to post it later. But if you want it to be to go on the first position, then if you're not going to finish it today, simply remove it or use, I don't know, I use a Google Drive to work on my drafts. When I'm ready, I paste them here, and I go by the publication date. Otherwise, people do.
Yeah, I think I might have had something of some blank thing. And so I think this new post I did must be way down. I don't know. It must be way down, even though it's the post.
Started a month ago and you finished today, My advice is to just create a new one, and then the creation date will be today's date, and you paste it, and that's it.
I realised my mistake. It took me ages, and that I didn't see it on the front page.
You asked me.
And I wrote it in Spanish as well. So.
Okay, yeah. The language of the post is very important, yes. And another thing, posts go live when you put a publication posting date.
Yeah. No, I put the publication date, but I think it must have it's published, but I think it's like way down on the list. That's my guess. I haven't checked it because I can see it on my own collection of stuff that I've written, but it's not at the top with the other ones. If I look at all of them, you see.
Okay. Yeah, we'll check that, but this might be it.
I suppose there's nothing I can do about that. All right, that was a waste of time.
No, well, but
learn the lesson, though.
Sorry, Mark. Sorry, over to you.
Yeah, just a quick question, which possibly one or two people listening might be too embarrassed to ask, but I never have that problem, as you know, Radmila. Being the age that I am and struggling with anything that's not powered by Steam, how do I create a blog? The screen that you've got there, and obviously the other Mark has done a blog. How do I do that, please?
Okay, so not only I will show you, but I will share right after a blog about blogging with the steps in case you guys forget. Basically, because it's filling the blanks, but going one by one and then filling all these things, selecting the language. The long tail is the title without any weird, like any character that is not a letter. So for instance, if the title is, I don't know, just on the top of my head, Long Live Queen Elizabeth II. Yeah, so you can do this, you go and fill it, but instead of, you have to go for the second. Yeah, this is my advice. Yeah, because it doesn't allow numbers or apostrophes, so click out, and then the system puts the hyphens. SEO description and summary is, you can, my tip is to paste the same 2-3 sentences summarizing what you are blogging about with keywords. So for instance, if you, in my case of academies, I usually do, it's in Spanish, but you will understand, we go for the keywords, list of the best academies, language schools, and I play with synonyms. So I use Academia de Inglés and Escuelas de Inglés. I use singular and plural. Yeah, this is reading for Google, so to speak. Who reads that? Google reads it. And then the content itself is, again, it has to be in coherent paragraphs containing keywords in with variations. Yeah, so if your keyword is, again, my keyword here is Academia de Inglés, but I'm using all the synonyms, clases de inglés presenciales, clases por videoconferencia, clases para niños, cursos para niños, you know, so all this richness of keywords, I'm using it, and then making it readable. So back to here, making it readable means that paragraphing is important, because we don't want the text to be seen as plain text. Yeah, it doesn't read. So people read headlines, right? And I will read the text here if I need, but if I don't, then I'll go straight to the numbered list. We love number lists. Then about each school, I highlight the best. I highlight prices, for instance, things that I'm interested in people retaining. So this is it. But as for how to use the tool itself, I'm going to share with you a post about it. And if you want to approach me with questions about it, I'm happy to help. We can even make another a webinar, specific webinar on it. Now, when you put hyperlinks, because authors, those who blog, do not need to put inside this blog their IDC. It's not necessary, because the whole blog is allocated to you. So there is no point in, for instance, if I put here, try this at the very end, yeah, try these classes online. Now, if I offer open it, I haven't put my IDC. I don't need it, because it comes from here, which is the origin, the source. So the elements are linked, and I don't need to do that, you know. So this is just some tips so that Google reads and it indexes blog posts fine. But don't worry, I'll share with you the blog about blogging so that you guys have a guide at hand.
Okay, and just one final question, a very simple question, Radmila. All the blogs that you've shown us, they're all in Spanish. You would recommend that we write our blogs in Spanish rather than English?
Actually, we have here blogs in Spanish and in English, probably being in our immediate market Spanish. If you can, if you will address Spanish learners, I would probably advise it to be in Spanish, but it's not exclusive. So we have learners of Spanish in the UK, all around Europe, which can be also a target to pursue. Why not?
Yeah. No, okay. Thank you.
Whatever is more convenient for you.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay, Fiona, over to you.
Hi, thanks. Yeah, Radmila, I have a question regarding content creation of activities. Yeah. So I have in the past created a few activities for Oxinity that I know that my colleagues have used in classes, which is great. And to do that, I came to you and said, hey, I'd like to create some activities, and you assigned some to me. Okay. So my question is, if I have an idea myself of something that I would like to do, how can I create an activity just with my own idea without needing to come to you? And would that go through the normal approval process, and would I be paid for it in the normal way?
Yeah. So right now, I suggest that, I mean, it's something that we would love to implement. But again, we need technology. We need a lot of coding for this to happen. If you have an idea, come to me. I will try to find something that would, the course that in which your idea would fit. So you tell me, I want to create an activity, a topic activity about whatever, and I'll assign you the activity so that you put that idea in, because you can do it without me assigning you the activity, but then that is not going to be indexed, because let's say that the plus button is thought at addressing individual needs of students, not necessarily common needs. So say that your student has something very specific to cover, and you provide it and you share it just with him or her. So in this case, let's say that there is no filter. It can be a simple picture that you share or a couple of sentences. There will be no quality control whatsoever, no quality monitoring whatsoever. So in order to tackle individual needs, use the plus button. If you want the activity to be used by everyone, right now you contact me, but I will find the course or the activity to put your idea in. And if I don't have the exact content to dress your idea, then I'll tell you, even though, use it. Yeah, so it can fall in the, I don't know, maybe you've had an idea about structure, and I can't find this structure within the courses that we need to create because we go by necessity. But yet I'm going to find something similar so that you create that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. No, that's helpful to know that. I must admit that I think on some occasions, some of these unapproved activities have somehow managed to filter their way through to an actual class, because on quite a number of occasions I've looked at the materials for a class and found that it's literally maybe just one screen that I think perhaps a teacher has created for an individual student to address a particular problem, but there's nothing else behind it, and it's not in the normal Oxinity structure. It's quite clear when you've got a beautiful activity that is addressing a need, and it's clear, and it has the information behind what is suggested for the teacher. So I think sometimes maybe technically some of these slip through the net and reach us when they shouldn't really. So that's why I was wondering about how we create activities when we've got our own ideas. But you've clarified that for me. Thank you.
Yeah. No, you're welcome. And I'm not going to be bothered, by no means. It can take some time, but I'm always going to assign you the activity. But probably it's not so much that these activities filter somehow. I think that because we use sometimes activities to as training in the training process of new teachers, maybe in an attempt to create an activity while in training, while in the TEFL course, maybe they've delivered something not complete. So in this case, what to do is recycle it. You guys recycle it. Use the recycling option so that the system lists another activity that is complete activity. That's my explanation. But if you have an example, I'm happy to check it and to tell you, this is, it can be a glitch. I don't think so. I think it's just an activity that we've used for training purposes instead.
Okay, that makes sense. I do use the recycling option when I need to. So, okay, thank you for explaining that.
You're welcome. Okay, anyone else? Mark, you've raised your hand. Was that from before, or you have a comment now?
I just checked that page, and now that activity has gone to as if it was put up today. I don't know why it's there now, so Magic. It should be at the top. Yeah.
Magic.
So, like,
someone's been listening and helping you.
Been listening there. Thank you. Whoever that was. So it's at the top now.
Great.
You can laugh at my bad Spanish
now we're going to share it.
Long article. Yeah. No, I mean, it should be at the top. I think it should be at the top, but it said I put it in on the 4th, and it now says that it was there like today. So thank you, whoever did that.
So enjoy. We'll all enjoy it.
There you go. Try.
Okay, guys. Well, time to go, but not before I wish you a great weekend, and let me know if I can help. Maria and I will be there if we can help somehow. You guys have a great weekend, and see you next week.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for
Bye.
Bye.